Hey y'all, thank you for watching. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Walther PK380, and I'm going to do another video on the takedown of it. There's a little bit more stuff that goes with that, so be on the lookout for that video. But today we're just doing the review and giving you my thoughts on it. So let's go ahead and take a look. We'll start with magazines. This one came with two. You got two 8-round magazines, so if you carry hot like you're supposed to, then you'll have a total of 9 capacity. And they're single stack gun. And also one thing you'll notice here, well, first off, they have the windows here, so you can see how many rounds you have left in your magazine. And also too, they have the pinky grip here, so that's nice when you if you have bigger hands, then your pinky isn't dangling down there. It gives you a little bit better grip on the gun, so I like that. That's a little plus there. But the gun itself, you can see here, polymer frame handgun, single stack, and it's a double action, single action. There's no decocker on it. It's just safety and fire. One thing I want to point out on this gun is one thing I like about it is it's kind of set up for either a left or right-handed shooter. A lot of guns out there aren't. This one, you have the safety on the left and right-handed side, as well as the mag release. You have it down here, and it's for both sides. So plus there, if you happen to be a left-handed shooter, this definitely one to consider when you're searching. But like I said, polymer frame, and you have the rail here. I like that. You want to mount a light, laser, whatever. It's nice to have that option. It's pretty light for its size. Of course, with your polymer, that's what you're going to get. It's single stack. It's not the slimmest single stack. It's a little bit wide, but it's still slimmer than any double stack that you're going to find out there. So not bad there. The sights on it, you got your three dot white dot sights, and get your sight picture there. You can see the gap's a little bit big on the back. I like a real tight gap. I don't like seeing any daylight through it, but that's personal preference. And I actually like having blacked out sights on the back, and then just having that one dot up front. That way it forces me to focus on that front sight, and that's just personal preference. But one other thing too I thought I'd point out is the sights on the back are adjustable for windage. You can move them left to right, so that's a nice little feature there. And they're pretty low profile, seem to be pretty durable. They stick out good, so if you have to rack the slide with with just one hand, you can kind of get those sights down on your belt, your pants, your shoe, whatever. It gives you a little something there to grip, so you can rack that to grab hold of something, so you can rack that slide back if you're forced to do so with just one hand. Like I said, polymer frame. Doesn't have interchangeable back straps. Some guns you see they do. This one does not. Kind of wish it did, but it's not too bad. The trigger on this one, like I said, it's double action, single action, and the double action pull, it's pretty long and hard, just like any double action would be. It's pretty hard double action pull. It's pretty heavy, but it's not too bad. And the single action, you got a little bit of take up there, but it's pretty crisp when it breaks. It's a little bit heavy for a single action trigger, but still, it's not too bad. Safety on this, it's up for fire and down for safety. I like the opposite of that. I'm a 1911 guy, so when I present, I like to be able to just flip down to put it into fire and then flip up for safety. But that's personal preference. It just depends on what you're comfortable with and what you prefer. But for me, I like the opposite of this. But they are on both sides, so that it's a plus there. And one other thing too, I thought I'd mention is you have the loaded chamber indicator. You got a little notch cut out in your barrel right there, so you can see if you have a loaded round in there. I'll demonstrate that real quick. You can see the casing in there, and in person it's a little bit easier, but you can check with the eyeball real quick. So that's kind of a neat little feature there. But one other thing too I thought was interesting about this particular gun is there's no slide lock lever on it, no slide release. So in order to get the slide to stay open, you have to insert an empty magazine, and it'll stay back. It'll go into slide lock that way. And of course, when you're shooting, when you run out, it'll go into slide lock like this. And the only way to get it back ready to fire or to release the slide is to take out the empty magazine and then release the slide like that. And then of course also too, if you insert a fresh magazine, a loaded magazine, and it'll release like that. But we took it out and shot it. It's not the most accurate 380 I've ever shot, but it's not the worst by any means. It's kind of, I guess, middle of the field, I guess you'd say, but it's not too bad. And also too, it doesn't have a decocker, but you can release the trigger in fire, or in safety you can still release that hammer, not the trigger. You can release the hammer with it on safety, but still the best way to do it is to just go ahead and empty the chamber and then release the hammer. But for carrying, I'd personally, how I'd carry it, I'd course carry how I always want in the chamber. If you don't carry one in the chamber, there's really no point in carrying a gun. You don't realize how quick things happen when you actually have to present and use your gun. Those half seconds really count. So I teach to I prefer to carry hot, but I like to carry, of course, one in the chamber, and then on safety, and hammer decock. That way you just take it out, flip it on safety, and then you have that long trigger pull. The long double action trigger pull is also one of your safeties too. But anyways, if you have any questions, be sure and let me know. I think that's about it for this review. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them, and be on the lookout for the takedown video on this. There's a little bit more stuff that goes into that, so I'll do another video on that. But anyways, that's about it. Thank you for watching.